Hello everyone, my name is Zard and welcome back to another video. So today I'll be taking a look at set 21320, the Dinosaur Fossils. So this is a LEGO Ideas set number 28. It is for ages 16 and up and has 910 pieces. Of course, there are three main builds, being the Triceratops, the Pterodon, then the Tyrannosaurus Rex. There's also that Lego Sapien there and the one paleontologist minifigure with the basket that has some tools in it. So, for this review, I'll start with the box, and then I'll go into the Pterodon, the Triceratops, then the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and also take a look at the minifigures. But first, I'll take a look at the box of this set. So here is the box of this set. I think it's quite nice. It just has a museum there, and I think I really like how they have them placed at different levels, like that Pterodon flying above the rest of the dinosaurs there, and looks like the Tyrannosaurus is about to bite down on the Triceratops. Of course, you can see the minifigure, and then the Lego Sapien build in the back. You have the LEGO Ideas logo there with the brick and the number 29, and then of course the set information there and the LEGO Ideas logo. And it's pretty cool, you have all the different dinosaurs that are going to be in this set. And now, like all Ideas sets, it does have a really nice box that opens up like this. I really like these Ideas boxes. I just like how they are put together, and it's very easy to put back together there. You have the three dinosaurs, the minifigure, and the accessories there of this set. And then, and there's the back with the size on all of the dinosaurs, the builds, of course, and just a bit more like the Tyrannosaurus is really about to bite down on either that Lego Sapien or the Triceratops there, and just how you can submit a LEGO Ideas project. And one more thing before I get into the builds of this set. Each different dinosaur comes with its own set of instructions and the logo there and just the picture, which looks quite nice. So you can split it up into the instructions, which is quite nice, and I really like the design of these instruction manuals. So here are the little side builds, the minifigure, and then the just small home Lego Sapien build. So for the minifigure, of course, you have a paleontologist minifigure here, which makes sense. I like those dual molded legs. The torso is really good. The yellow printing right there around the neck is really well printed. Of course, I'd expect that being printed onto a light color. The pockets are nice, and I like that collar there with the green. It just changes up a bit, and I like that. You can see the tucked-in shirt wrinkles there, which is quite nice. And, of course, the dual-molded legs are always a nice thing to get. There's the magnifying glass right there, which you can kind of see the minifigure's face there, quite larger. And then you have a bone there, a small bone piece that is quite common in quite a few LEGO sets. I really like this face print. The smile is nice. I like the mustache, and the eyebrow print is all very nice. The hairpiece is also a really nice hairpiece. I like it in this color, and I think it's overall a nice minifigure and for sure makes sense in this set. Moving to the side build here, this is just a basket of all of the different accessories. There's a mug in there, some different tools, an egg, and a bone, and then there is this book piece, which as you open it up, you have a bone inside there with a description of it, which is just a sticker there printed onto a 1x2 tile. So I think this is a nice accessory to have along with this set. And then moving on to my favorite accessory of this set, the Lego Sapien. So I think this is nice, quite nicely built. It's just using the normal skeleton piece for a Lego skeleton. And then they have a hat on, which is interesting. So I guess this might have been either Indiana Jones or a paleontologist. Not sure. An archaeologist, someone. But I'm gonna go with Indiana Jones, and this is now dead Indiana Jones. So, yeah, the Lego Sapien is really nice and a nice addition to the set, and I think all these make nice additions to this already very nice set. So the first dinosaur build, there is the Pterodon, which is very nice. It's the smallest of the three. The main build going into this, probably the wings. They are quite long, and I think they are built quite nice. I don't mind the grays throughout the other ones, but I don't know if I've really gotten used to the grays. Right here, I would have preferred that to be in the white color to match the rest of it. The ribs are built quite nicely. I like that this set was built and released in the year that it was, because it really gets and is able to take advantage of certain newer pieces that you wouldn't have seen in past years, so I quite like that. The skull here is quite nicely built. I think it gets the point across of a Pterodon quite well. You're going to see a lot of these pieces, which I think is integrated quite nicely. That tail is very small, but I think it's still quite nice. But yeah, my biggest gripe here in this particular build is probably those gray pieces used in the wings. I don't know. I don't mind them as much in the Triceratops and the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but for this, I do find it stands out quite a bit. And one more thing that you can see is the little blue Technic pieces there, which are, of course, not great to see, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. You can't really see them unless you're really taking a really close look at those wings. So moving to the base of it, all these have very similar bases, of course, just different sizes. And then you have a sticker onto a 2x4 tile that says the Pterodon there, which is very nice. I really like that they have that on all these stickers and all these bases. I think that really adds to the set. But I quite like that Pterodon build. Of course, the wings aren't my favorite, but I do still quite like them. Now, I'll move to the Triceratops. So here is the Triceratops. I think it's quite nicely built. I think this might be my favorite. It probably is my favorite of the 3 dinosaurs included in this set. I think build-wise, I really absolutely love the crest on the skull there. I think it's built really nicely with those teeth and sharper pieces used there. Also, the different tiles and slopes, all the plates and studs are really nicely combined into the set. The ribs are, of course, quite larger than the Pterodon's ones, and you'll see this same style used for the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but I think they're built quite nicely. I like the feet as well, and I like this use of Technic bricks here, or pieces in tan, which go along with other tan pieces throughout this build. The base is quite nice, just a large black base. Moving it around, it's basically the same around the other side as well, which is, of course, something that you'd like to see. I can't place bricks, it turns out. But yeah, I really like how these feet are built. They are not connected to these legs. They just kind of look connected, but at certain angles you can for sure see the separation between the feet and the legs, which I would say kind of makes sense because, you know, you see all in museums and you go to them and you'll see all the brackets throughout the bones, and I think that's not too bad that they are separated. But I think my favorite part of this is for sure the skull. I absolutely love that crest, like I mentioned. And just throughout it, I really like this mouth area here, the different pieces used, the different techniques used to get that skull look across, I think is really, really good. The tail is also quite nice. I don't know why they chose to use 2 dark bluish-gray pieces and then 2 light bluish-gray pieces. It's just a little odd. Especially here, I would expect them to have used just a dark bluish-gray there. It does for sure look a little odd. Moving to the base of the set, you have the Triceratops there, the Triceratops horriditis. I think it's really nice. Like I said, with the Pterodon, I absolutely really love these bases and the stickers there, and I think this is for sure my favorite build out of the 3. So the final and largest build of this set is the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which isn't my favorite dinosaur, probably one of my least favorite dinosaurs, but I still really quite like this build, and my favorite part of it is for sure the skull. I think it's built so nice. I really just love this. I wouldn't mind a set of just dinosaur skulls, especially a large Tyrannosaurus skull like this, or a large carnivore like this. I would just love a big skull like that in the future. But moving to the rest of it, I really like how the ribs are built there throughout it. These teeth pieces are used. I really like the under parts of the tail. I think it just goes together very nicely. Another use here of going from dark bluish gray to light bluish gray, which is a little odd. The legs are built nicely. You do see a little black in there, which is a little odd because we don't see that much of that throughout these builds. The dark bluish gray and the light bluish gray makes sense. Of course, you're having like beams and rods throughout these fossils to keep them together. And then moving to the back of the legs, you can see a bit more Technic bits there in light bluish gray, which I think is totally fine that you can see those. It makes sense. You see those in museums. I really like how these feet are built. Of course, like the Triceratops, they are not connected, but I don't have an issue with that. And then you have the Tyrannosaurus Rex base right there. So yeah, oh, and there is also really small arms, which I think is really built quite nicely. So yeah, that is the Tyrannosaurus, the biggest build of these. Probably my second favorite. The Triceratops I still think is my favorite. But I think the thing that I like most about these, like the Triceratops, I absolutely love the crest. And for this, I really, really like that skull. So yeah, now I'll just go to my final thoughts on this build. So yeah, that was my review of the LEGO Ideas dinosaur fossils. I really like this set. I really like the dinosaur builds. I think ideally, I think a tan color probably would have been better with dark brown or just brown accents. But I think the white still looks quite nice. I believe this set costs $80 Canadian, which I think is very fair for this set. The builds are very large. I saw this even in the LEGO store, and I was surprised, even building it, how large these builds are. The Tyrannosaurus, of course, is the biggest of the three, but I still really like this build. The one minifigure is nice. I don't think you're really needing a minifigure or multiple minifigures in this set. Of course, if you're trying to build a LEGO museum, this is an amazing addition to it. I believe this set is retiring this year, of course, in 2021, but I think this, if you do see it in your LEGO stores or lego.com or anywhere, I would for sure suggest picking it up if you don't have it, because it is a really nice set. The LEGO Sapien is a nice addition, and overall I think it's just a really good set and one of the best LEGO Ideas sets I think I've ever seen.